Hi, I'm Kelsey Chapmen from the Hopkins Centre. I am the academic research lead of the Dignity Project and a PhD candidate, and I'm here today on behalf of our team. For those of you who don't know, the Dignity Project aims to embed dignity in the way we work, the way we build things, and the way we treat people to disrupt business as usual for people with disability. And we do this through citizen science research, ongoing engagement with the community through our community hub, and strategic partnerships and grants. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about our recent research into dignity for people with disability within travel and mobility systems. Just to give you a bit of context, the UN Physical Accessibility Survey came out recently, which highlighted the fact that 53% of educational facilities, 31% of public toilets, 32% of public transport, and 20% of hospitals are not physically accessible to people without typical mobility. And this is the context in which we started our work. Now, public transport and mobility and travel systems can be a bridge that enables people with disability to move freely and participate in society through employment, education, socialization, and the receipt of services. However, a lack of access to transport and constrained personal mobility can lead to social exclusion, social isolation, loneliness, poverty, poor physical and mental health, and deprivation. In Australia, more than 30% of people with disability experience difficulties using public transport. So to decrease the prevalence of these challenges and eliminate the barriers to personal mobility for people with disability, it's important to examine the interaction between travel and mobility experiences and perceptions about dignity. And so that's what we did in a 12-month project. Now, some of our key findings highlighted that dignity, as defined in the research, is the acknowledgement of people with disability as humans with value, agency, and preferences, which then requires the delivery of human rights in ways that are responsive and respectful to those preferences. We also uncovered that there are three critical enablers for mobility and travel for a dignified experience for people with disability. One, universally designed environments and conveyances that are inclusive and accessible to a range of diverse impairments. Two, in the absence of a universally accessible environment, we recognize that not every system can scrap it all and build back better. Information became the critical enabler, and that was information that was inclusive, accessible, accurate, transparent, and consistent. And this helped people with disability to set the expectation of how the travel or mobility system might function, and then enabled them to make choices about how they may wish to engage or not engage with that system. We also found that people with disability, in order to maintain their own dignity, did an immense amount of pre-planning before travel in order to, again, set the expectation for how they might use the system. Now, sometimes that was delivered in reality and sometimes it wasn't, and this can determine whether an experience is dignified or not. And that's all we have time for today. We hope you can apply some of these findings to your research and ultimately look us up on the Hopkins Center website. Thank you.